You're in love with tomorrow, but you're neglecting today. And when God sees you neglecting today, he will not give you tomorrow. Until you are faithful over the few, you cannot be ruler over the many. So you need to take your eye off of the tree and water what you got now. Oh God. Water what you got right now. Because if you give attention to the responsibilities that you have been given, you will be promoted to the next level. Go ahead and rehearse. Go ahead and play your scales. Go ahead and work on your level. Go ahead and master where you are. And after a while, without you even trying to do it, where you started will turn into where you're going. That's what destiny is pulling you into. At the center stage, we have a piano, a baby grand piano, glistening, shining, and bright. But it cannot play itself. It is an opportunity. If the right person doesn't touch it, it will never reach its potential. The piano has existed so long that it will only give itself fully over to somebody who has invested enough time and effort in it, and they know how to get the most out of the same keyboard. 88 keys on the keyboard, but it's the fingers that pluck it that control what it can produce. So you go out and you buy you a piano, and in your mind you think, I'm gonna work on this, and in a couple of months, I'm gonna do that too. But when you get your piano, and you get everything in place, and you sit down at it, and you get ready to play, that doesn't sound like what I had in mind. Nobody clapped when I played it. They don't like me. You mean you really expected to get the reaction of the maestro at a recital when your life is in a rehearsal stage? See, you're trying to get a reaction that you haven't earned yet. And if you're not careful, you will do this for a while and say, that doesn't work for me. And now you got the clarinet and you're trying to blow it. And then if you don't get a quick reaction from that, you put that down and say, that's not giving it to me. And now you got a drum and you're beating on the drum and you can't master that. Look at how many things you started and stopped. If you stop playing scales, you'll miss the opportunity to discover the sapling, the growth. But if you keep on working on what you are, what you shall be is going to manifest in your life. From the rehearsal to the recital, once you have mastered it, whether the recital is business, marriage, kingdom building, book writing, script writing, accounting firms, real estate development, wife, husband, family, whatever your recital is, once you have maximized it, you get to sit with the masters. And then you begin to grapple with this. How do I take what I have developed and make it fit into the orchestra of God's divine purpose? Because even if you are a maestro, but you can't fit with other people, and you can't work with anybody, and you can't get along with anybody, you'll never be in the orchestra because you can't figure out how you fit. Now, Jamar's task is to fit in with the orchestra. Your task is to take what you have developed and fit in with others without being jealous, without being intimidated, without being insecure. You can't shine. A true master only shines when the light is on him. He has the grace and confidence in what he does to allow other people to shine and figure out, how do I fit in this 21st century with the fast changing world? How do I fit in with other people who put in just as much to be good at what they do? Whether you are at the rehearsal stage, the recital stage, or the orchestration stage, somewhere in your life, you are in one of those three stages. And you will only finish when you focus on what God has given you. Running past where you are, trying to snatch where you're going, will make you a failure every time. Every step that you take has been ordered by the Lord. God does not order elevators. With God, you must take the steps. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Notice how poverty is generational. It has its own culture. It has its own mentality. And poverty is not as much about not having money. It's about a mindset. Once you get in that poverty mentality, money won't bring you out. Because your mind will always rob you of the opportunity your money gave you. It's a mindset. You have to break the culture of it. It's the way you think. It's the way you handle stuff. It's the way you perceive value. It's a mindset. You gain something just being raised in a house where there's some prosperity. You get to hear conversations you wouldn't hear. You get a mentality that you wouldn't get. You get a way of processing problems that you wouldn't get. When your daddy's solution for not having money is to run that cable cord out the window, Helen, over to the neighbor's house, ain't nobody. That's a mindset. That's a mindset. That get over spirit is a mindset. And so even when you start doing better, you still acquiesce to the culture of poverty. And there you are making $70,000 a year talking about run that cold out the window. And you're stealing something you could have paid for because it's a mindset. Culture is not just me that's starving, prophet. My starvation has affected my children. And so I'm going to feed them what I eat, which is part of the problem. Because when all you feed the kids is what you eat, they will only think like you think or have what you have. So she said, I'm going to feed them what I eat. And I already know while I'm chewing it, we're going to die. We're in a famine. It's a drought going on, man. All I got left is this, and we're going to die. I know what I have. I know it's not enough. I know it will not sustain me. I'm going to eat it and die. Eating is about living. But she says, I'm going to eat it and die. And he said, okay, go on, fix yourself some lunch. Go ahead and die. He doesn't give her any hope of life. He puts demand on her demand. He says, go ahead and die. What was being tested in this woman was her respect for God's word. What is being tested in this woman is, do you esteem your need over his? The carnal mind says, I'm not thinking about you. I told you I'm already down and out. I'm gonna bake this cake and eat and die. You better knock on somebody else's door. The spiritual mind says it's not enough anyway. Why would I be stingy when it's not enough anyway? I'm hungry, the kids are hungry, he's hungry, this won't fix it, but it will set a precedence that even as I was going down, I put God first. Here is the power of the text. It is not just that she gave to the prophet. It is that she gave to him first. That's what unlocked the miracle. That's what unlocked the miracle. It's not just that she gave. If she'd have said, okay, I tell you what, I'm going to eat, me and the kids going to eat, and if you got any crumbs left, you can have some. She'd have never got a miracle. The miracle is in one thing, and this is what the text is about. It's not about prophecy. It's about priority. If you got a little bit of life, if you got a little bit of wisdom, if you got a little bit of strength, if you got a little bit of beauty, whatever little bit you got, you need to use it and let God open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. Anybody who ever got blessed always got blessed with not enough. Give me some. Yeah, with not enough. They never had enough anything to do everything. But see, when you get rid of that mentality where you're cursing your little bit and you see your little bit as a nucleus for what God is about to do in your life. A little bit. Touch your name and say, I got a little bit. I'm old, but I'm not dead. I got a little bit of strength left. I got a little bit of power yet. I don't have the money I want, but I got a little bit. I got a little bit. I got a little bit. And God says, the principle is in the priorities. If you don't master it on a small scale, you won't master it on a large scale. You understand what I'm saying? God let me grow with no money. He let me be prosperous with all kind of money. And I ended up at the same place. And I asked him, what's wrong? He said, it's not the amount. It's your method. It's your method. And whether it's $100 or $1,000, you will always be broke because you have the methodology of poverty. You don't have your priorities in the right place. When I do give you 1,000, you buy what you want and beg what you need. He said, and until you get your priorities straight, I can't afford to bless you because I can't bless you if I can't trust you. Oh, y'all don't hear me. I said I can't bless you if I can't trust you. But if you show me that you'll fix your method, then I can make an investment in your life. In fact, if you'll put first things first, God said, I'll open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. You won't have room enough to receive. Slap somebody and say, first things first. The whole principle of tithing is not gambling at a casino. It is a commitment to priority. It is saying, God, I put you first. Whenever you put God first, he will arise and let your enemies be scattered. God said, if I get ready to bless you, I don't need any outside circumstance to be lining up right for you to be blessed. 1,000 can fall at thy right side. 10,000 can fall at your left side. But if I decide to bless your house, no weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. Every tongue that I wish I had a witness. If I had somebody in this place that God made a way out of no way, jump up on your feet as a witness.
This is Motivation Clinic's opinion on today's topic. As the Bishop TDjakes said, it's all right to always look for bigger, but don't forget to appreciate what you already have. it's important to remember that even small achievements are worth celebrating. Sometimes we are so focused on acquiring more that we forget to appreciate what we have. By only focusing on what we don't have, we risk losing sight of the things we already possess and the gratitude we should have for them. Take a moment to reflect on your journey so far. Think about all the obstacles you've overcome and all the small victories along the way. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. Every step you take toward your goals is an opportunity to learn and grow. Be grateful for the blessings in your life, and let that gratitude fuel your ambition. Thanks for watching